join up, you'll get your manuals and you'll get to look through it, of which there are 10 core speeches in this to start with. The title of the speech is Do Other People Have Minds or Are They Zombies? So again, Eric's got a wealth of knowledge and I was always interested to hear what his topics are about. The key objectives for this particular speech are good use of stance, good use of gestures, good use of facial expressions, and of course importantly eye contact with the audience. You need to make the body language appear smooth and natural and to seem unrehearsed, and the use of body language to enhance and clarify the words and help the audience visualise your points. Okay, so I'd like to welcome Eric Jones with his fifth speech, Do People Have Minds or Are They Zombies?
Thank you, Rob. Do people have minds or are they zombies? Just let me explain a bit on what we think of this word minds, because we may not all be in tune with this word. What we really mean is, are these people conscious? Do they know what time of the day it is, what date it is? Do they know where they are? And do they have emotions? Do they have thoughts? And also, do they suffer pain? Now, I'll illustrate this topic by relating to you a trip I had to a dentist recently. I had some trouble with a lower back tooth. So I went to the dentist and arrived in their surgery, and the dentist said, take a seat and lie back and open your mouths. So I did that, and the dentist stuck about 6 cotton wool balls down into my throat. Then he said, is everything okay? I said, and he had a look. He said, you're wrong, everything's not okay, this is serious. The whole filling has fallen out. The dentist who put this filling in, he must have been a complete idiot. So then he said, another thing, he said, this hole in this tooth, it's right next door to a nerve. So he said, if I had a hole in my tooth like this and the dentist had to fix it up, I'd be in severe pain and I'd need an injection. He said, but with you, I don't think you're going to feel any pain. And I don't think you really need an injection. So I was a bit worried about this, and the dentist continued, and he said, the reason why I don't think you're going to feel any pain is because you haven't got a mind. So with that, I gave a big cough, and I spat out these bloody cotton wool balls, and asked the dentist if he was insane. And he said, no, I'm not insane. He said, what I am is, I'm what's called a rational dentist. By rational, I mean I don't believe anything that can't be proved. And I said, well, okay, can you tell me more, because I'm not happy. So he said, well, if you took a bowl of cherries and you cut them all open, and they all had stones in them, well, you would think that all cherries have stones in them. But if you took another fruit and you didn't know what this fruit was, and you cut it open, cut one open, not the whole bowl, just one, and one had a stone in it, well, you wouldn't really believe that all of this fruit had stones. Of course, it could be possible, but it's not definite. And he said, that is how I feel about minds. He said, I know I've got a mind because it's my mind, but I don't know if other people have got a mind because it's not my mind, it's their mind, if they've got it. There's no proof that they've got it. So, being a bit worried, I went back into the chair and got my teeth filled up, and fortunately the pain went away, and I was okay. But I was quite keen to sort out this matter. Do other people have minds? Do I have a mind? So I enlisted the help of two philosophers. And one philosopher was a philosopher who proved things by analogy. So I got talking to him and he said, well, what we have to do is, if we want to prove that other people have minds, we've got to take something, an example would be your motor car, and pull it to bits, see how it works, and then we'll know how all the motor cars that you've got work. So I went home and I got my Volkswagen Polo and I pulled all the bits and had it all in pieces, so I knew how my Polo worked. I went back to him and I said, oh, I've pulled my Polo to bits, so now I'm an expert in the Volkswagen Polo, and so I know how all the Polos like mine work. And he said, no, you don't know anything. I said, why is that? He said, well, you know, the Volkswagen had emission problems and they've probably changed their suppliers for their parts, so they're probably using totally different parts, so you haven't proved anything. So we can't do anything with analogy. So I went to the second philosopher, and he was an expert in logical behavior. And he said that if you take something like a sugar cube, it's composed of crystals, and these crystals are at certain angles, so that if you put the sugar cube in water, it will dissolve. And if you see something else that looks like a sugar cube, you put it in water, it doesn't dissolve. Well, it hasn't got the same crystal structure, so it's probably not a sugar cube. Well, it definitely is not a sugar cube. So he said, well, you know, what we can do is we can make another human, and it can either be it won't be a human, it'll be a zombie, because it's not a human, because you made it. And so what we did, so I went away and I made a human, got some protein, got some meat, and we put it all together. Or I put it all together. I went back to him. I said, I made this this zombie, and obviously it's not human, and he hasn't got a mind because he's walking around like he's drunk, all over the place. So that proves that all humans must have minds, because my zombie doesn't have a mind because he can't even walk properly. So the philosopher said to me, he said, no, that doesn't prove anything. I said, why? He said, because what we can do, if you're good at making zombies, we can make a zombie just like you. The same mistakes, the same stupid habits, eats the same food, nobody can tell the difference. I said, oh yeah. I said, well, what does this prove? He said, well, it proves that you can't prove that using a behavioural logical behaviour that your zombie has a mind, or what you made has a mind. So at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm right or if my dentist is right. So we're still waiting for a pioneer. Thank you.